everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. With the season drawing to a close, so much at stake in the fight for a playoff berth. They're lucky to have this man at running back for them, leading the charge toward the postseason. It's the Bengals going up against the Ravens. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the... So on 4th down, here's the veteran Steve Weatherford to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Geno Atkins, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play...
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, alert. Tight, move.
Flacco here on 2nd down. It's caught, Kamar Aiken. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Flacco from midfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Rashad Perryman is just gifted athletically, and I know we got a scare back in, what was it, June? We thought maybe a second knee injury, might miss a second year, but he came back, and he came back strong.
You played with his dad, didn't you?
Yeah, I played against his dad in college, and he turned out to be a heck of an NFL player. But Rashad, he's got a chance to really be special.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
4 down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 3rd down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
So just a lone field goal in this 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A red zone 1st down for Flacco. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen,
here's Steve Weatherford now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go,
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
And Watson has it right side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Passing play, Flacco, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And Watson has it right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Once more, it's Flacco. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now, this would be the 9th play on this drive.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbound.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Vincent Ray in there to get him for a loss of 5.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
Here's Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Still on his feet. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Aiken with it over the middle. Now hold everything here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. We are all even on the scoreboard, so I guess sort of just a blank slate as we start the 3rd.
You just exhale at the half and start over. Come out with some excitement and try and set the tone with your defense.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Tackle made there by Ray Maualuga, the linebacker. The numbers comparison last week, really good game. Here, I don't know, he's not hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe, his timing's off a little bit?
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those 2nd and 3rd level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They come out here in the I. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here's Michael Campanero. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. And en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
Here's Steve Weatherford now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Watch left. Start right there. Under. Ready. Force.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he's brought down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. And you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Here's Flacco. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. He's got the hat. And they'll go on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete. Here's Steve Weatherford now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10 here for Flacco. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, Flacco now. And a grab here by Gilmore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They come out here in the eye. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Flacco to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here's Steve Weatherford now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
The
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty big... And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. this. Flacco setting to throw it. And Aiken with it over the middle. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Man left, man left. Four down, check. Move, 45. Move, 45. 58, right over there, Mike, 58, right there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I've got zero rooting interest in this game, but this is a lot of fun to watch. When you watch a guy get with his offensive line and have that great relationship, and I think it has to have been built during the week, during training camp, throughout the season, sitting and watching tape together, finding where their creases are, the gaps, knowing how guys are going to block. And right now, he's almost unstoppable.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. With the season drawing to a close, so much at stake in the fight for a playoff berth. They're lucky to have this man at running back for them, leading the charge toward the postseason. It's the Dolphins going up against the Ravens. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. To throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the fullback, Juszczyk. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got some space here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He juked him, muscles him off. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A solid gain of 15 yards. Check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A long drive here, play 12 coming up for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stiff-armed him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Ravens are in for 6. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power.
Going to give this time to the tailbacks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that is incomplete here. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, Flacco finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. A red zone first down for Flacco. Looking for someone to throw to. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Flacco here on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. Third and just 1, it's Flacco. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, he shifts past him. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And we'll see if they can do just that. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just...
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Ravens want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Dolphins, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now early in the second, he'll take it to the left side, and he cap off the long drive with a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. 3rd down, inches to go. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and he'd cap off the 8-play drive with a TD. Ravens push their lead to 11. Now 2nd and 8, he's going to get into the open, and he caps off the 2-play drive with a score. The Ravens go up by 18. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Baltimore for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Campanaro. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Second down, Flacco now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Second down following the run. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Finding time. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Move 45. Move 45. Under.
Flacco off play action. He's got time. He hits his target, left side, Watson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Surveying the field. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those down quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 1st down, Flacco out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain. Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
On second down, Flacco to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Caught by the tight end, Watson. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the gun, Flacco finding time. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got four down.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Move 45. Hut. Move 45. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Ravens a 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. but for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Here's Flacco. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Benjamin Watson, his first touchdown as a member of the Ravens. And the Ravens add on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well,
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And numbers to like, that's for sure here. Back-to-back good games. Maybe they found something last week that they can carry forward here, a little blueprint.
Yeah, we often talk about a defense seeing something that held a person down and implementing that themselves. In this case, I think exactly what you said. This is working. Until someone comes up with an answer for it, no reason to go away from it. Plus, let's just face it, he's as good as any receiver in the league. He's just playing at a really high level. They've got to continue to find ways to get him the ball.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll give it to him right up the gut. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put down.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On second down, Flacco to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now it's Flacco. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will... Here's Matt Darr now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
3, 3, 3, 3. Set, ready. Set, ready. Ready. 3, 3, 3, 3.
Flacco to throw again on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big time.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins' defense. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. With the season drawing to a close, so much at stake in the fight for a playoff berth. They're lucky to have this man at running back for them, leading the charge toward the postseason. It's the Ravens going up against the Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, so on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They're led by their veteran quarterback in his 9th year now out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Started the first game of his rookie year and then didn't leave the lineup for a long time before suffering a knee injury and has rehabbed and made his way back. If you want a guy who can throw the long ball, you want Joe Flacco in your lineup.
On 1st down, Flacco. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run. Throwing here on first down. Flacco to the right side to Aiken. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Second down, Flacco now. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Still first down.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They come out here in the eye. Flacco here on second down. And Aiken with it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 30 yards.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. And the offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On second down, Flacco to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's got time. And that's complete. It's Watson. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, oh, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down, would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Once more, it's Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Flacco. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it. Goskowski now out to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? Is is almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
On 1st down, Flacco. And incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Rob Ninkovich on the stop. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And Watson has it right side. They stop him for only 3. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Baltimore 1st. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Jabal Sheard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he spikes it to stop the clock. And now if they choose, they'll have a chance at making. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Flacco looking to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection with... And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they'll go on the ground, fighting through. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurtled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. And a short gain here down to the 22. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down following the run.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
And this is going to be incomplete. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Flacco here on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Ravens are going to have a first down.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Uses the stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll run it here. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now Campanaro. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And to give this time to the tailback. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line is lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the eye. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Game time getting close, and for this guy, he's hoping for the same result they came away with last week. That was a win for them, and the touchdown he scored on the ground was a big help to their cause. It's the Eagles going up against the Ravens. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And his first pass is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nigel Bradham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on. And it Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now will they keep that confidence? Time to find out.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And now a first down following that long gain.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive. And all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels. Defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to take... And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block in and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Hey, move 45. Under. Hey, move 45.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They come out here in the eye. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Still first down.
Here we go on 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Always got some breathing room. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually You've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Second and 10. Flacco once more. To the right side to Aiken. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Flacco to throw here on third down. And that is incomplete. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there, 75 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt... Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Let's go, guys.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down, Flacco now. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A nice tackle for loss there by the fifth-year man Fletcher Cox. Signed that 6-year extension in June. That locks him up through 2020.
One of the cornerstones of their defense, one of the guys you have to have on the field. I think he'll continue to get better and better.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Uses the stiff arm. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Ravens a 1st down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Stiff-armed him. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. A huge division rivalry game on tap for us in this one. And here's a guy expected to carry a lot of the load for his team on the ground against one of their biggest enemies. It's the Ravens going up against the Steelers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Operating out of the gun, Flacco finds his man, Watson over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Room here to run. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys, and if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Finding time. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Flacco. He's got time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. All right, no humor in this one in terms of laughing at the defense. But if you're the offensive play caller right now, you've got to have a big grin on your face. You look at your play sheet. Every play you look at is glowing at you. It's almost a neon saying, call me, because you're getting big chunks of yardage no matter what you're dialing up. The balance is really, really good. Pass it for big yards, run it for big yards. Either way, he's got to like what he's doing.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal from the 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. Flacco here on second down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 4. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, How about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Caught by the tight end, Watson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They come out here in the I. Second down, Flacco now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or tracks?
The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. It's a pickup of 21, and the Ravens are going to have a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Flacco looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Arthur Moats in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, and now Flacco not happy with the play they'd called. He's going to take a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Flacco off play action. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Holding. Defense. That penalty is...
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Campanaro. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that. All right. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Taken in at the 11.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
And tough starting field position here. First and 10 here for Flacco. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco surveying the field. And got his man complete. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Flacco here on second down. He's got time in the pocket, and he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Finding time. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a handoff looking right. He finds some open field here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
In the red zone this time. They come out here in the eye. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
Let's go,
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they'll go on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. And another good game here as the numbers show. We had a rare meeting with the entire offensive line this week. They were pretty ecstatic. Well, they should be ecstatic again.
And we had that meeting with them because of how they played last week. I thought it was your idea. It was brilliant to say, let's bring the big guys in. Well, it was true. Let's talk to the guys. How did they pull that off? Because they were so productive. No real problems in getting to the offensive backfield. They were getting downfield, getting the 2nd, 3rd level, creating extra blocks. We're seeing that again this week. They are really locked in. So credit to them, but also a big credit to the offensive line coach because he's got to feel great about what he's prepared.
Absolutely. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Let's go,
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll run it here. And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Cutback, left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Joining only Gale Sayers, his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they